Of Palladium USA. We sincerely appreciate everyone coming out on such a brisk day. Thank you, and it's nice and toasty warm in here, thank goodness. And thank you for coming to help us celebrate the groundbreaking of Palladium Redbird. All right. And to help us get started correctly, I'd like to call Pastor Ricky Rush to please give the invocation.
God bless you. And I will still continue to believe that the Titanic, as cold as it was, would have still been able to stay afloat. I don't believe the iceberg is what necessarily caused the crash. I think that there were some high-powered binoculars, according to Captain Blair's report, that indicate that they could not see how far the iceberg was because someone had locked up the high-powered binoculars. Therefore, I believe the Titanic sank because of the lack of vision. So this morning I want to thank you for the vision. This evening I want to thank you all for the vision and know that we will continue to move because of wonderful visions. When you figure that out, it'll be more. Bow your heads, please. That's one of those cold speeches, dude. Father, we thank you so much for what we have seen, what we have witnessed in history, and now for the vision that tells us there's something else coming along in this neighborhood, in this community. And I even believe so, Lord, in this state that's going to bless homes and hearts and employment. And I just thank you for those that are having the construction, for those that have had the vision to bring something else to life in this community. I pray for the safety of the construction workers, that there will be no serious injuries or delays because of accidents. And I just want to thank you for those who dared today to leave their busy schedules to come and be a part of this opening. We thank you for the honor. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Pastor. Appreciate that very much. You know, stable and affordable housing has a positive impact on families in the community. And Palladium knows this firsthand, seeing the lives and communities change for the better. To further those thoughts, I'd like to introduce Tom Huth, the President and CEO of Palladium USA.
Thank you, Fred. So, yesterday Fred said, since the mayor is going to be here and Councilman Atkins, that I got to keep this to no more than 35 minutes. Is that okay? Now this will be my shortest, believe me, this will be my shortest speech ever. Okay, not because it's not deserving of a longer speech, but because it's cold out there and it's cold in here too. And so, we would not have been here today had it not been for everyone in this room today. A lot of people played a great role in getting where we are today. Some may be behind the scenes, but without each and every one of you, including you, Peter, we would not be here today. And it starts at the top. And it starts with the city officials who deem the reality coming to a place that needs this. Reimagine Redbird, right? Who would imagine 5-6 years ago any reimagined Redbird would exist? But due to vision, Councilman Atkins, Peter, Terrence, and there's so many more in here, this vision has become a reality. So I'm going to thank a lot of people. If I mispronounce your name, forgive me. If I don't announce your name, forgive me. Okay? Because there's a lot of people to thank. I'm just going to go through here pretty fast so the real speakers can get up here. Starting with our City Council Mayor Eric Johnson. Thank you, sir. Councilman Tanel Atkins, thank you for everything, for all the times Peter and I were at your office and you're saying, Tom, get out of here. I just want to talk to Peter. I don't want to talk to you. Okay? All right? Call me on the phone. It's okay. And I told you we would get this done. And we did get it done. Mayor Mike Rawlings, Yvonne Davis, State Representative, District 111, Representative Davis, are you here? Okay, so we met with Ms. Davis about 6 months ago, maybe 9 months ago about this, and she said, Tom, I'm going to be there when you do the grand opening, okay? Because she's a huge supporter of this development, and I really wish she would have been here today. John Wiley Price, Clay Jenkins, our appointed government officials, T.C. Broadnax, thank you, sir, for being here. I know each and every one of you have a deep schedule, and you have a lot of engagements, and I'm glad you're here today. Courtney Pogue, Michael Mendoza. And this next person I'm going to announce, without her, we would not be here. I know I said that a lot today, but it's really, really accurate. Avis Chazon, Assistant Director, Office of Economic Development. Avis, where are you? Okay, and I say this with all sincerity. Without you driving not only us, okay, but your own folks, okay, within your office and without, we would not be here. Okay, you were the driver behind this. You're incredible. And I look forward to doing many more deals with you. So Avis, thank you very much. Danielle Kalubi, is Dan here? Okay, you could not make it. That's what Julianne Wynn. Reimagine Redbird. It all starts with Peter Brodsky, and it started with Kim Schwimmer with RKS Groups over there somewhere. So she called me a year and a half ago and said, I found a sign. There's a sign, Terrence, somebody's got his name on some sign over here. Okay, so I said, where is it? Redbird. I said, great, I used to live in DeSoto. I used to shop here. Okay, and I said, I want to be a part of this. Okay, well, it took 5 months, probably more, for Peter to agree to allow us to do this development here. Okay, but we told Peter what we wanted to do. We went through some iterations about what we wanted to do. And then through the help of the city, we were able to get this done. So Peter, thanks for being so demanding on us. Okay, this is not an easy development. I told you at the beginning this would not be easy. And it wasn't easy, but we're here. Okay, and this will be hopefully the first of many developments with you. Terrence Maid, and Terrence is back there. Thank you, sir, for everything you've done. Kim Schwimmer talked about you already. Our partners, great partners. The City of Dallas Housing Finance Corporation. They issued $30 million of bonds for this transaction. Marcy Helfing, Marcy's here somewhere. Marcy, thank you very much. Kamisha Simmons, Simmons Legal Solutions. Kamisha's here. Thank you, Kamisha. Joe Nathan Wright. Joe Nathan Wright and Associates. PNC Bank. On the equity side, PNC Bank, Bob Dix, right there, put in $15 million of equity in this transaction. Thank you, Bob. This is our 6th development together, something like that. Thank you for everything you do. Our lender, PNC Bank, the PNC thing kind of, I don't know why it's all, okay. So PNC Bank on the debt side, $37.8 million HUD loan. Okay, that's incredible. I think we've got some HUD officials here, right? Thank you. Our underwriter back here. And Mark Ragsdale. Where's Mark? Thank you, sir. And this is our same number of deals with you too, right? Our attorneys, we'll go through the attorney part real fast, okay? Shackelford Law Firm, Michelle Sned and John Shackelford. Michelle's in here. Thank you, Michelle. And our great City of Dallas attorneys. Okay, it wasn't always easy, but it's great when you work with somebody, even on the opposite side, and they advocate so much for their client. Your city attorneys really advocate for you. You see, they really do. Sometimes they're annoying, okay, but they're really great advocates for you. Bracewell, we've got George Rodriguez. George, thank you, sir. Coach Rhodes, David Bruselo, Jackie Meese, thank you. Our architects, Eric Earnshaw, BGO. Where you at, Eric? Thank you, Eric. On the construction side, Prentice couldn't be here, Prentice Gary, but I think Neil Hildebrandt's in the room. Neil, thank you, our general contractor. Thank you, sir. Kimberly Horan, our civil engineers. Jaime Plotzner. Jamie, where are you? Jamie's back there. Thank you, sir. Kelly Aker. RBC's our bond underwriter. TDHCA. Crossroads Housing Development Corporation, Stacy Schwisher. Castellana Consulting, Sarah Reedy, Linda Brown. Sarah, I know you're in the room. Thank you. And my great Palladium team. Starting with our owners, Cesare and Fiorenzo Rancilio, Scott Johnson, Peg Jones, Joan Maxwell, and our Honorary Master of Ceremonies, Fred De La Zaraga. Thank you. All I can say by ending, okay, before the roast speakers get up, is we are very, very proud to be here. 24 months from now, we're going to be having our grand opening. And I want to fill this room with about 1,000 more people. Okay, thank you. So with that, I would like to introduce our Honorable Mayor, Eric Johnson.
Thank you, Tom. Good evening, everyone. It's quite a thrill, actually, for me to be here today to help break ground on this new project right here in southern Dallas. And I want to say that I'm really excited about it because if you've ever heard me talk before, you probably heard me talk about how I grew up here in Dallas and how I grew up in West Dallas specifically. But what does West Dallas have to do with Redbird? Well, there's a bus line that went straight up Hampton Road, 53 Redbird. I'll never forget it. I had my bus card, and this is what we did for fun. We'd get on that bus, come down here to the mall, and we'd spend all day here. We had a movie theater here. We had all the vibrancy of that mall. So this area is pretty, has a lot of emotional significance to me. So, you know, I'm just thrilled as I can be to be standing here on this spot and to see what we're about to be doing here. You know, and for too long, I think people assumed that this spot was never going to be what it once was, what I just described. People said the mall was dead. People said, you know, Redbird became to be some sort of pejorative term. And for too many people, southern Dallas, I think, had become somewhat of an afterthought in this city. But I can say with certainty that this area will not be what it was. It's going to be better than what it was, all right? It is. Palladium Redbird is going to help breathe new life into this area. And it's going to help transform this sea of concrete that we're standing on right now into one of the city's premier urban destinations. We can chalk up today as the latest in a series of victories over the past couple of weeks for this city. I think it was just last week, I'm losing track actually of how many wins we've been racking up in terms of development projects. We just broke ground obviously on Uber coming to Deep Ellum just last week, I believe, and that was another deal that was helped to be consummated with economic incentives. This absolutely represents a win for our city. This is a win that's shown just how far, in fact, our city has come, but it also shows how far we still have to go and how far we can go. And it's important that we continue to work together to attract projects like this. Something of a national story. People know that Dallas is a city that's on the move, it's going in the right direction. It's important to me, and it should be important to everyone in this room, that that growth be more equitably distributed across our city. And I know that's something that we talk about a lot on the city council. I see my colleagues here nodding their heads. It's a big deal. We've known for a long time that the people in this community in particular who live in this surrounding area are tough. They're strong people, they're resilient people, and they love this community. Now, Palladium Redbird will be a project that can help us demonstrate that Southern Dallas is also a viable community, and it's a place that we can see grow along with the city. And I believe that this project can be a catalyst for even greater things in the years ahead, and that's going to provide our city with even more opportunities to grow our tax base in the southern part of our city, which is going to help us overall to do the things that we need to do as a city. But this is more than just a real estate deal. This is about, as you've heard me say many times before, about investing in our people. As mayor, I want our city to focus on modernizing our workforce. We can't achieve this without having vibrant and affordable places for our workforce to live. We need stable communities that don't break the bank and force people to choose between living in town and paying the rent and transportation. Of these 300 units that are going to be built here, 70% of them, I'm told, are going to be affordable. And that's going to provide a significant boost to our city's effort to build more affordable housing. Our city is going to grow stronger as we break ground on these homes, and I believe that this is the right spot and this is the right time. We can now move on from the derision that once was associated with this part of our city and the false narratives of the past, and move into a brighter future for Southern Dallas. So here's to a Redbird that is reimagined, reinvigorated, and redeveloped. And I want to thank all of you for being here today. And with that, I want to turn it over to my good friend and colleague, the chairman of our Economic Development Committee, Councilmember Tennell Atkins, who is one of the many people in this room who helped make this day possible. Chairman Atkins.
First, let's give honor to God. It's a blessing to be here, number one. The sun always shines in Southern Dallas, and the sun is shining today. It's a great opportunity to be here. Thank you, Mayor Johnson, for everything you said. This is a city that's coming together for the community. It's all about the community, it's all about the neighborhood. How do we work together? How do we get here? Remember many times ago, many years ago, it was a great mall. It was a formal mall that customers shined, they shopped, they did everything they wanted to do under one roof. I remember the time, this was a movie theater right here. Not one, but 3 movie theaters in this area. Remember the time going down Camp Wilson, many eateries there, many places to shop, walk, and do all the things that you want to do with a family. This is what it's coming to now. The main thing I want to talk about, a few years ago, this mall was dead. Dead Redbird. Southwest Center Mall. What are we going to do? What will become of this community? During my 5th year term, when I came back, I said, what are we going to do? What is our vision? I remember in 2007, remember Pastor Rush? The VIP, police, by our bond, 175 members bought their own cars, police this area, make sure it was safe. That's about the community. That's about people coming together and saying, we want something different to buy into that. But the Urban Land Institution study gave us a vision, a framework for the development of the new Redbird Mall. For Redbird Mall, the development, it would have to take public and private resources to do this. Public and private resources. A private company cannot do it by itself. It has to take public. Using the Urban Land Institute study as a selling point, I held many meetings with colleagues, church, resident, and business person. As chair of the Economic Development Committee, we looked towards Valley View Mall and Southwest Central Mall and said, what is a Barbell tip? What do Valley View have that Redbird have? The same economic development potential to develop. The same. With Lee Climbing, District 11, and myself, we came together and said, you know what? Same thing that helped at Valley View could help at Redbird, right? But guess what? We are way ahead in the Valley View. They still trying to turn dirt. And we just turned dirt today on the first page of Redbird. Over the year, other investors began to show up and said, what we gonna do? Guess what? It was a dreamer. A person who had a dream, who came over and said, you know what? My name's Peter Brodsky. I want to buy this mall. I want to buy it because of one reason. I believe in it. I believe if I would come and put my dollars in this mall, other investors will come and put their dollars where their mouth are. Because this is a core asset in the city of Dallas. A core asset that we deserve in this community to say we do have a place in the city of Dallas, south of I-30.
Oh my. Okay. I think we're good. Good. Let's lift. And lift. Congratulations.